Hi, Matt. My name is Jeffrey Brown, but most people do call me Jeff. I've lived here in Idaho all my life, born and raised here. I live in a small community outside of Boise in Emmett, which I'm sure you've heard of. I love living here in the community. It's not too small of a town, but yet it's not too big of a town. And then you have Boise, which is only a 30-minute drive, which offers you know many other options for you as far as restaurants, shopping, concerts, other outdoor activities. So I love living in Idaho, but I do hope at one point in my life to move to Portland and live there, as we used to take trips as a family when I was younger, growing up along the Oregon coast on summer vacations, and I just fell in love with Portland and the coastal atmosphere and being right near the beach and everything. But I just started back into college after being out of high school 12 years the spring semester. And I'm glad I did get back into school to pursue my passion, which is criminal justice. That is what I'm majoring in, and that is one of the reasons I'm taking your course, is it is a required course to get my associate's degree, and then I do plan to transfer over to Boise State to get my bachelor's degree. And I do have an aunt that works as a detective over in Nampa, and then I have a neighbor across the street who's a lieutenant here in Emmett, and then I have a few friends I graduated that work in the Meridian Police Department, and after talking to all of them, I just decided, I need to get back into school and get my degree and pursue my passion. I've been with my current job 10 years this past April, which I work for a major airline, which I love working for the airline because it gives you many benefits. You get can fly anywhere. That most people don't have that ability to be able to do so. But it's not where I see myself, and I was not one that liked to go to school in high school, and I decided, after high school, after I graduated, that I wasn't going to go right into college, as a lot of people that just go right into college after high school, they just are just too burnt out, and then they just either quit or get into a degree that they don't want, and then they take another degree. But I've always had a passion for criminal justice, and I wish I would have got back into criminal, going to school a lot earlier than this. But you're never too old to get back in to college and pursue the passion that you want to do in life. So after talking to all of them, I just felt that was the right time. I did just start in school this spring semester, which I thought, I wasn't going to love it the first few weeks. I didn't think I was going to, do well and, with the coursework, and it just felt like high school all over again. But I'm glad I stuck it out and put all my effort into it, as I found it very challenging, plus also rewarding as well. And that's why I decided, to take summer courses. I wasn't going to do summer courses, but I decided, it's going to speed up my, getting my credits out of the way. And then it's also going to challenge myself because it's only 8 weeks compared to the normal 16 weeks of a normal semester. So I want that extra challenge as well, to prove to myself, that I can get it done, and, set goals for myself. Some things I like to learn from the class is how the criminal justice system works, from point A to point B and everything in between. And I am looking forward to any tips, advice, pointers you can give to me where you've been in law enforcement and other specialty areas, that can help me out and succeed better as I go through my courses here at CWI and then transfer over to Boise State. And I, do love the fact that you've been in law enforcement. So, you know, hopefully we can build a relationship, you know, that we can keep in touch, and hopefully I can take other, you know, classes that maybe you will teach in the criminal justice field at other semesters, and that, you know, I can, you know, keep in touch with you if I have any questions along the way, you know, here at CWI, and then when I get into Boise State to get my bachelor's degree. So I'm just hoping to learn a lot about the field that I'm, you know, studying and going to eventually end up into, and looking forward to the summer semester. And some interesting facts about me, you know, like I mentioned, I love the outdoors. I like to go camping, fishing, hiking. I just like to be outdoors, you know. It's just more, you know, a lot more quiet and peaceful. You're away from everybody, you know, and you don't have, you know, the hustle and bustle of everyday life. It's just more relaxing. You can enjoy nature, you know, and it's just nice to just get up in the mountains and be away from everything and everybody, and just, you know, get refreshed. So we do have a couple camping trips this summer planned, and then a trip to the Oregon coast as well. So, you know, that's another thing, you know, I'm going to challenge myself to, you know, stick full force at it and go at it, and, you know, still enjoy my summer, plus taking the classes. Another interesting fact is that at my old job that I had in high school, and then a year after high school before I got hired on with my current job working for the airline, as I worked at Pizza Hut, and in January of 2003 I was making a delivery, and it was out in a rural area of Emmett, and as I went up to the house, two people had stepped out from the corner of the house, and they had masks on, and they, you know, demanded that I give them the pizza and the money and everything, and, you know, I didn't know what was going on, so I turned around to go back to my car, and the next thing I knew, when I had woke up, I had blacked out for a few moments. I was on the ground, and they were, you know, kicking me and stuff, and all I, you know, knew, I just had to get up and get back to my car. And when I was going back to my car, one of them had jumped out of when I was getting back to my door, so somebody had jumped out of the front seat of my car, and I didn't know what they were doing at the time, but when I got in there, I realized what they did is they had taken my key, so I couldn't leave. And so I was just really disoriented. I was bleeding, and the only thing, you know, that really saved me, there was a farmer that had was coming to feed his cattle for the night, and he went in the field next to where the house was, and it spooked them, and if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here making this, you know, video. And another thing I found out when I had turned around, when I had blacked out, the ringleader had hit me in the head with a Maglite flashlight that the cops use, and they said if it would have hit an inch closer to my temple, it would have killed me instantly. So it just put a new perspective on my life, and, you know, that life's too short, you know, that you need to live every moment, and, you know, you never know. You don't expect it to happen in a small community like this, you know, but it could happen anywhere. And what I had found out from the detectives is that it was an initiation for 2 juveniles to get into a gang here in Emmett, which we really don't have a gang here in Emmett, but it must have been a small gang at that time, and they had to rob me in order to get accepted into the gang. So that just put a whole new perspective on, you know, my life, and I did let it consume me for a couple years after that. You know, I didn't want to go out at night, and, you know, was just fearful, because, you know, it's a small community and everybody knows everybody, and I thought, you know, they might find me, you know, and try to, you know, finish off, you know, I don't know if they were planning on killing me or just, you know, what they were, you know, intentions were, but, you know, that's why I want to get back into the criminal justice field and, you know, pursue my passion so I can help others out in, you know, different situations and needs that, you know, they're going through, and give them support, and also, you know, be there for people, and, you know, uphold the law. And I just love that there's many different areas that you can go into in the criminal justice field. You know, you can be a patrolman, you know, you can be a detective, you know, a crime scene investigator, homicide investigator. So there's just many different avenues that you can get into. So I'm looking forward to finally getting back in and getting my, you know, degree, and pursuing that, you know, my passion as, you know, being in criminal justice. So that is a little bit about me and why I'm in your class, and hope to learn a lot from you in this class as we go along these 8 weeks. And I look forward to working with you, Matt. Thanks. Bye.